The ramifications from the new settlement could mean that the rich get richer, as universities are not held to having to pay the same amount across programs or other schools. Universities will be able to pay student athletes up to $20.5 million in NIL revenue starting July 1st. The new settlement applies to the 2025 to 2026 season and establishes a new 10-year revenue sharing model in college athletics. But just because universities are allowed to pay student athletes doesn't mean they have to. Alan Thayer, a business lawyer in Eugene, spoke to the ramifications of the new settlement.
So how does this relate to the student athletes? It will be different probably for every school, and here's why. First of all, some schools will choose to share revenue up to the $20.5 million cap. Some will share at lesser amounts, some won't share at all. So there is that difference.
Another part of the settlement orders schools to pay student athletes as far back as 2016 who weren't allowed to sign NIL deals. They'll be compensated $2.8 billion in damages. Those who finished before 2016 aren't eligible due to the statute of limitations. Former Pac-12 schools that are no longer in power conferences will still have to pay athletes back to 2016.
Oregon State and Washington State have to contribute to that fund at the same level as Oregon and Washington, but Oregon State and Washington State are not receiving the same revenue as those universities. They have the same cost, but they're not getting the same revenue.
Now that schools can make NIL deals themselves, a newly established regulatory body named the College Sports Commission will oversee deals more than $600 and enforce the NIL cap. If a university goes over the cap, they'll face penalties.
And it's not really a payment, it's a revenue sharing. They are trying to avoid the employee designation for certain legal reasons.
The settlement also resolves 3 antitrust cases against the NCAA and its power conferences. But it won't be the last of the NCAA's legal troubles, as it still has more cases pending. We asked both athletic departments at University of Oregon and Oregon State about their plans to handle the changes, and we'll let you know when we hear back. Reporting in Eugene, I'm Israel LaRue, KZI 9 News.